The spaces we live in are important, and by putting people at the heart of the design process, the professionals, the planners, the architects, developers, builders, they can directly impact the health and happiness of the communities that we live in. The idea of creating spaces for people is called placemaking, and I think it's the greatest opportunity Australian cities have this century. And the concept doesn't just apply to residential developments, our homes and public spaces. Charter Hall is one Australian company that has invested in placemaking and now attracts and retains the best people in their business. I want to talk to you about how placemaking drives culture. How does that happen at Charter Hall?
It's actually been a great enabler of things. So we acquired a business twice the size of us.
Yeah, wow.
And a wonderful thing happened in that we ran out of space.
How is that wonderful?
Well, because space gave us an opportunity to really do something different. In a way, through space, create a symbol of what we wanted to be and enable the way we wanted people to work together. We looked at both space, technology and behaviour through that lens.
When you came into this space, you were clear on how the place would inform culture?
Very clear, because we had, as an executive group, decided this was a cultural play versus an efficiency play. So we have 3 values that we built the whole place around, which was passion, collaboration and accountability. And so everything in the place is centred on those 3 values. So the passion is how the energy of the people and their excitement is portrayed in the place and how people who come in can be part of it. The collaboration piece was how could we get people to work cross-functionally or in whichever team we wanted them to work in. And then the accountability piece was driven by the transparency of the place.
But there's a lot of different space around here. I think that's why I like the fit out so much. There's this kind of really creative space, there's some very quiet spaces, you've got a diversity of space.
I feel like people need caves and campfires. There's different people who need different things and get their energy in different ways. And some people need all of it, and some people have a preference, and then you need to be able to provide all of those spaces for different pieces of work. The thing that drives the success of the space is people's consciousness around what they're doing and who they're working with, and therefore the space that they need to use.
And I guess that for me is the crux of placemaking and how we've changed, is that the workplace is no longer just about work.
Work and life is integrated versus separate and balanced.
And this is your fire?
This is our fire, which for the induction is usually in the middle, and we all gather round. And we have lovely sessions, like the founder of our business is still with us. And so he comes in and does an elder and a young gun story.
Great.
And we have different people walking us through the timeline of our business through storytelling. We've been fortunate in that we've continued to grow, so we've continued to be able to take up space, and I think that it's an evolving thing. So in taking up the space, we've been able to look at, how are people using the space, what are they showing they need more of, what else could we add, and that's been a gift in itself because you've been able to really finesse it, I guess.
How do you know it's working?
A few things. So anecdotally, I think we got so many comments around pride and feeling like they could show off their workplace and attract investors and really show our culture. And then through other tangible measures like engagement and turnover. So when we came in the first 2 years, we remeasured engagement. We had a really big increase in engagement and a huge decrease in turnover.
Where's the space that you enjoy the most?
I have 2 spaces, depending on, I guess, what I need. One space is up just near the deck. There's lots of energy. And then when I need to hide away and be in my cave, I come down to the den, which is a space we've created for, I guess, reflection and thinking. I love the peacefulness of it, and I feel inspired by the books and ideas and the great minds in a way that are lining the shelves.
Great.
Yeah.
Coming up, an urban village with the world's tallest vertical gardens, and how great placemaking turned an old racetrack into a fabulous inner-city precinct.